Hi, my name is Clint Baderis, and this is my case study for EDL 856. Section 1 is the case summary, just a little bit about what's going on in the school. A new parent group is seeking change within the school. The president of the new group is a lawyer. He's actually a young lawyer who is trying to make change within the school. Um, he met with the principal with the purpose of the following changes. First of all, is he wants to change the back to school night to a back to school week in which teachers prepare things for different subjects um, throughout the week, extending the back to school night to really turning it into a back to school week. Um, he wants involvement in the decision making process, on teachers, on stuff like that that parents and groups probably shouldn't be involved in. Um, they form groups within the group to oversee such things as discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and total school evaluation. The president will not allow the principal to speak during the meeting in which he brought these things to the principal. He keeps shutting him down and continuing to talk when the principal is trying to get words in. Moving on to section 2. The ethical and legal issues. What ethical and legal issues are violated by not allowing access? Has anyone been harmed? At this time, no individual has been harmed. The principal is being undermined and it's causing issues within the school. Does the action of the situation convene an existing law? At this point, no laws have been broken other than undermining the principal, and which isn't a law. Did it constitute harassment? No, harassment has not taken place at this point. Ethical issues. The principal should have been involved in this whole process. He should be involved in all decision making, PTA decisions, stuff like that. Next is section 3. What's happening? A new parent group has been formed with a lawyer as its president. The group is trying to make changes within the school without including the principal in the discussions. Continuing on, moving to section 4 of the facts. The people involved are the principal, the parent group, and the group president. People who are affected are the students, the staff, and the community. The first is the students. The decisions should go through the principal. Staff could have extra work, things like that, and the community could have not as good a quality school based on what the decisions are being made. The facts, the place, the school principal office is where this takes place. Obviously, it's within a school, but other than that, there's little facts given about the school. The facts continue. The program includes the type of schools, the curriculum, and the grade levels. Programs that they're looking to change and that are involved are the back to school events, such as back to school night, parent teacher conferences. They want to change the formats, and school organization and procedures that are in place that they'd like to change. Continuing with section 5, review and prioritize the information. In order to make quality decisions, we must first review and prioritize the information and how it can affect ourselves, stakeholders, the community, and the students. The situation could cause damage to both the stakeholders and the community if it's not handled in the correct way. Damages, some of the things that can be damaged to the principal's reputation. If he allows this to happen, he could face more of this down the road. Teacher workload. Teachers are having to put in extra work for the back to school night, for student teacher conferences, stuff like that, having more preparation in order to get ready. A student's routine could change. Things like what classes they go to, stuff like how their daily routine works. The school reputation, do they allow outside sources to change things? Obviously, hopefully the superintendent has the principal's back in this case. Stakeholders are the staff, the students, community, the school district. Was everybody contacted? At this point, the superintendent and school board have not been contacted that I'm aware of. Continuing section 5, review and prioritize the information. This time I would need to speak to the superintendent to gather more information, see what the board policies are on outside groups, how we need to handle this, get some advice from the superintendent, maybe contact other principals in the area, see how they handle the situation or within the district. I know that action needs to be taken immediately before the group gains power and more support. It needs to be stopped. Moving on to section 6, identify options and consequences. I feel like there are 4 main options that we could take. First, option 1 is take no action. Option 2 is a comprehensive action. Not allow the group any input and not acknowledge the group's requests. Just not listen to anything they have to say. Option 3 is the middle ground. Meet with the group and discuss alternative ways to be involved. How can they be involved without, taking over? Option 4 is another middle ground option. Meet with the group and tell them that if they want to input, it must go through the previously established PTA group. We'll look at the pros and cons. Continuing section 6. We're going to evaluate the options. Option 1 is no action, like I said previously. It's take no action. Some of the pros are no actions required. It'd be easy, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. The cons, we look weak as a school, as an administration. It allows the group to make demands. I don't think we should allow groups to do that. It shows loss of control and loss of staff support. If they see that we allow them to do this, we're going to lose support from our staff. Option 2 is a comprehensive action. Not allow the group any input and not acknowledge the group's requests. The pros are we regain control and we probably get teacher support unless there's some teachers involved in the group that we're unaware of. Some of the cons, we could lose the loss of a quality relationship with some parents who really probably do mean well. Loss of support, not only from the teachers but from the community as a whole, and loss of community support, in which some of these people are community members and we need to keep them happy to some extent. Option 3 is the middle ground. Meet with the group, discuss alternative ways to be involved. The pros are we have school control, we control decisions, we have no trust loss. Community involvement is still huge. We still get community input. We still have PTA groups, but they're not going to make all the decisions. And we still continue to have parent involvement within the school. We may have some unhappy members as a con, some people who are in the group that do not agree with what we're doing. Option 4 is a middle ground option again. Meet with the group, tell them that they want to input, they must go through the PTA, the previously established PTA. The pros are we still have school control, no trust loss. Parental community involvement and parental involvement are still similar to the previous one. Cons are we have some unhappy members, and we may have some community resentment because we don't allow them any input. Okay, section 8 is choose the best option. I feel at this time option 3 is the best option for us. After careful consideration and reflection, I believe that option 3 allows for the easiest resolution to the problem and allows for parental involvement under my control and my input. First things we need to do is speak with the superintendent and the school board if necessary. Find out what our policies are on parent involvement and how we can show them that our school is not going to give in to them so easily. Speak with the group president and parents, anyone who is involved, let them know what's going on. I'm going to lay out the plan for parent involvement, how they can be involved, and ways in which we would like them to be involved the correct way. Set up district rules if there are not any in place already. Set up some policies for parent involvement that we can move forward with. Section 9 is implementation. I feel like step 1 is to meet with the superintendent and discuss the parent group and my plan moving forward. Just get his blessing to implement what I'm going to implement. Step 2 is speak with the staff and affected teachers in order to help understand the situation. Let them know that the group is what they're trying to do. Gain support from our teachers within the building. Step 3 is meet with the group in order to tell them the policies we're putting into place and discuss the ways that they can be involved, the proper way to be involved. Tell them what our plan is and let them know where we're at. Continuing section 9. Step 4 is implement new set of policies regarding parent involvement. If we don't have those in place, we need to make some so that this doesn't happen and continue to happen in the future. Step 5 is insecure educational success and well-being for all students. I believe that in choosing the option that we did, that we are doing so. Plan B, if the group does not agree with the policies put in place, I will get the superintendent involved in order to protect the well-being of our school and students. And Section 10 is our standard, component 5.2. Thank you for your time.